Today I have with me Hashbrowns, team member from Alpha Male Protocol. How's it going, Hashbrowns?
Doing well, TB. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. How's the season been going so far?
The season's been going okay. I think we're more of a playoff team. Um, we've been resting Goon for the second half of the season, so he should be good to go for the second half and for the playoffs. So
Right, that's what some players were actually saying, that Alpha Male Protocol strategy is to not have Goon play at all during the regular season and have him magically appear for the finals. Is that a strategy from day one or something that just happened that way?
well, we'll have to see. Yeah, I mean we had Hero gone for 2 weeks too, so we had to recruit a couple people, but we made it work, and we'll see. We'll see what the strategy comes in the second half of the season here.
So what you're saying is there's been no premeditated strategy of having Goon disappear and just have everyone get caught off guard.
Um, I guess our strategy is no strategy, and it seems to somewhat work, and it'll probably work better once we get going here. So,
Now that Fringe plays a smaller role in your team, who's the actual team captain for Alpha Male Protocol?
I guess that's always kind of up for debate. Sometimes it's Shin. Sometimes it's me now here too. It kind of depends on the week and who's available. We're a pretty low key team, so kind of we see what happens kind of thing on Sunday. So
Who was the team captain last Sunday?
it was Shin. Shin was the team captain. No, Fringe was.
Fringe.
Fringe was there last week.
Yes. Yes, he was.
So he was running the ship last week, and then I think the week prior when we had Chu, it was also him. He was kind of bobbing in and out, but
What's your opinion on how Fringe ran the ship last week in your match against Big Dick Plays?
I guess I'm the kind of person that doesn't question judgment or leadership. I just kind of go with it. Whether it's right or wrong, everybody's got to be on the same page, and that's been our approach on the season. Whether we agree or disagree on anything, really, we just kind of go with what the captain says. So, and he is the captain. So,
More specifically, who made that call for Stukov to try and solo the camp on Garden of Terror?
that is a great question. I assume it's probably the same person that wanted to solo the camp as Rhaegar, and he managed to succeed that time. It was close. It was really close, but he succeeded.
So when that happened, when Stukov got ganked on that camp, mid-camp on Garden of Terror, what was the reaction on comms? What's the back and forth?
It was quiet. It was pretty quiet.
Okay. All right. You notice the difference in terms of the team compositions and the way the games move with Fringe as team captain versus you or Shin?
Not really, no. We're kind of an open committee on it. Really, we all kind of know what our strengths are anyway, and we try to play with them as much as possible. Obviously, we like to run some troll comps, and we're gonna probably be doing some more here in the following week. So it should be exciting.
What is AMP's strategy facing into deep in 2 weeks? How's it going to be different from the first week?
Our strategy would probably be, well, we'll have hopefully Hero and Goon, so that would help, and to win, of course. We're hoping to.
Has the team thought about that first matchup against Into Deep? And because it seemed like you were the closest team to beating them first half of the season, has there been any reflection on how to get closer to closing out the game or anything like that?
There's been a little discussion on it. It kind of seems like we're pretty good early game, but once we get into the mid and late game, we tend to fall apart a little bit, which is a little unfortunate. But I think with getting some Goon's leadership in there also will definitely help. And obviously with their XR buffs, it should help a little bit that way too.
So you're foreshadowing Rexar being played on your team, possibly by Hero Physio.
Maybe if he doesn't get banned, we'll see.
So what's it like with
He's
Hero Physio on the comms with you? He's possibly the highest level player on your team and an former HGC coach. You would think he has a lot of experience in how to close out games mid and late game. So have you been utilizing him and in that way?
a little bit, yeah. It's pretty nice having him in comms because he's always pretty relaxed. Gives pretty good direction, and obviously he knows what he's doing, so that helps quite a bit. He's yeah, I mean, hopefully we can kind of get going a little better here in the second half. So,
What team or players have been the biggest surprise so far in the first half of the season?
I would probably say True's team. The way they handled us that second game was pretty impressive. It was complete 180-degree change from game one to game two. It was really fun to play against, even though we got our asses kicked. But
And just for the record, AMP did not throw that game, right?
correct.
Okay. Some people could say that it looks so much of a 180-degree turn that possibly AMP kind of helped True's team win that game, but you think that's not the case?
No, that's definitely not the case. We were kind of not really didn't really have the best chemistry on that second game. It seemed like Shin and I were kind of wandering around. We kind of overextended a couple times and got picked. And I mean that those Kerrigan plays, you can't compete with those. He was pretty damn good on them.
How's the drama affected the team members of Alpha Male Protocol?
I would say it hasn't. Growing up watching the WWF and WWE, I've always enjoyed the male soapbox drama. Seems like this is starting to transition into that, so I think it makes it entertaining as long as people aren't upset about it anyway.
Besides the Rexar pick you said earlier, do you have any surprises left for the second half of the season? Is Goon coming up with anything? And I'm assuming you have a team Discord or anything like that?
Yeah, we have a team Discord, and we've talked a little bit about some of our strategies, and I think going forward, one of our main strategies is actually to get matching mounts and matching skins. I think that'll really get our team chemistry going.
Do you have any other things you want to say before the interview concludes?
No, hopefully we give Jisley his first loss in a couple weeks.
You know he's pretty prepared to trash talk your team before, during, and possibly after the match, right?
Oh yeah, he definitely has that reputation, and I didn't even notice he was talking to us when we were playing, when he was the sub for True's team. I didn't even catch that he was talking the first bit. And then of course
Really?
he kind of had a hard on. He had a hard on for Chew.
Yeah, that was
during
pretty
the game.
obvious.
But yeah, we just kind of let him talk and kind of do his thing.
Does Alpha Male Protocol plan to trash talk on the off chance that they do defeat Into Deep?
Well, of course. I mean, everyone wants to take the top person down, and when they do, that gives them the reason to trash talk. But until then, I guess we'll just kind of hang out.
Well, thank you, Hashbrowns, for the interview, and I wish you and the rest of the Alpha Male Protocol team the best of luck in the second half of the season.
Hey, thank you very much.